So here we are at the State Museum. Where's the entrance?
Las Vegas Springs started out as rainfall and snowmelt in the spring mountains. From there, it seeped into the ground and flowed down to the Las Vegas Valley, where it formed an aquifer, layers of rock and silt through which groundwater flows. Water flowed through the aquifer until it hit an impermeable barrier, a crack in the Earth's crust. The aquifer's mounting pressure caused the water to rise up the face of the fault and erupt on the surface, where it formed a spring.
Over the next 10,000 years, temperatures rose steadily, blistering the landscape, until the rivers and springs, and so much of the life they sustained, vanished. The desert was born. What happened next had such a far-reaching effect. It still shapes our lives to this day. And it all started with clouds. They moved in across the desert, blocked the sun, and cooled the air. And then rain fell. On the hot desert floor, the rain evaporated. But higher up, the cooler mountains absorbed the rain, which seeped down through the range under the valley floor and into a layer of permeable rock called an aquifer. Over thousands of years, water seeped into the aquifer, creating enormous hydraulic pressure, until one day, about 7,000 years ago, right here on these grounds, a fault opened in the earth and the Las Vegas Springs bubbled to the surface. The miracle had begun. Where water appears, life follows, and this small desert oasis became the center of a whole new ecosystem, attracting animals, nurturing plants, and inviting humans to stop, to drink, and eventually to settle here. Destinations in the world, a world that continues to change. Water no longer flows from the springs on this site, but the springs preserve lives on. As you spend time with us today exploring the preserve, we will bring to life experiences that connect you to the past and examples that will inspire you for the future. Our supply of water and other natural resources is limited. So like those who came before us, and for those who will follow, it is time to adapt our own behavior now, before it is too late, to preserve the beauty of this desert and to sustain the life of this city, Las Vegas, the miracle in the Mojave.
Welcome to the Southern Paiute Hamlet. The Southern Paiutes built homes like these so they could easily travel from place to place throughout the Las Vegas Valley.
Southern Paiute tribal elder, Lala V. Miller, retells the origin story of her people and talks about how they lived.
My legend is that Ocean Woman created the earth, and then on top of it, she gave Coyote the basket that was filled with people.
Believe it or not, the Spring Mountains started out as flat sediment at the bottom of a shallow sea covering this area 1.5 billion years ago. After the sea receded, powerful geologic forces fractured the rock into enormous blocks. Continuing pressure squeezed and folded these blocks over one another like mountain-sized dominoes. Finally, erosion exposed the rock's original sedimentary layers, revealing the origins of this seafloor turned mountain. Parchment Mountain is famous for its great unconformity. What? You've never heard of it? Okay. Well, the rocks found in this mountain were formed 1.7 billion years ago, but over time, erosion scoured away the top half. Then, 500 million years ago, the sea rose, covering the mountain and depositing a new layer of sediment. Those layers are right up against each other, but the difference in age between the two is 1.2 billion years. All that missing rock is what geologists call the Great Unconformity.
What's that sound?
Okay.
Would you please get out of there now? Jesse?
Hold on, everybody.
How is it possible to have an older layer of rock on top of a younger layer? Just check out Red Rock Canyon. The whole place started out as limestone. Then, about 175 million years ago, drifting layers of red sandstone were deposited on top. Now, fast forward 100 million years, when enormous tectonic forces cracked the Earth's crust and pushed the lower limestone layers up and over the sandstone layer.
We have a perfectly good life in Salt Lake City. Why give it up for this?
Now you know this is our chance to get in on the beginning of something new and special.
Well, you can't believe everything you read in the advertisements.
Good morning! Welcome to all of you on this Monday, May 15th, and the official auction of Clark's Las Vegas town site. Now we've got 1,200 lots to auction off today, so I'll not waste any time getting started. Before we begin the bidding, does anybody have any questions?
Interior lots 100, corner lots 750.
animals left with you.
Hey, how'd you know?
Well, if you were hunting a big animal, you'd use a big spear.
Hey, now that's sharp.
The spear points we found in the top layers were much smaller than the ones from further down. That tells us they were hunting smaller animals.
And the fact that there are fewer artifacts in these layers tell us that there was less activity, which is usually a sign of drought.
But then I came back.
That's right. And as we go up in layers, we can tell by the stuff they left behind that several tribes lived here.
Jewelry and ceramics tell us that this was home to ancestral Pabloans, Patayans, and Paiutes.
And just like me, they loved to barbecue.
And you know this how?
From the charred bones that we found.
I usually go for medium rare myself. But you know the best thing about barbecue?
What?
No pots and pans to clean up.
Oh, brother.
I really should get a dishwasher.
Like, that's gonna help.
Something low flow, energy efficient.
Now you're talking. Less work for me.
Hey, we can check out the one in the sustainability gallery. Come on.
See, they pumped that water out until there wasn't any more.